Have you ever wondered what it would be like to live with more balance, clarity, and inner peace, even in the midst of the chaos of the modern world? This is the central proposal of Stoic philosophy, an ancient teaching that remains incredibly current and powerful. In the next 5 minutes, you will discover what Stoicism is, why it has won over emperors, soldiers, thinkers, and leaders throughout the centuries, and most importantly, how you can immediately apply its principles in your daily life. Stoicism is not about complex theories or unattainable philosophical discourses. It is a practical, straightforward philosophy that teaches how to live better, make wise decisions, and find strength even in the greatest adversity. Take a deep breath. Now, get ready for a transformative journey. Stoicism begins here. Stoicism was born in ancient Greece around the 3rd century BC with the philosopher Zeno of Citium. But it was in Rome that this philosophy gained strength through names such as Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius. Contrary to what many people think, being Stoic does not mean being cold, indifferent, or suppressing emotions. It is, in fact, learning to control them. The Stoics believed that we have no control over external events, such as the economy, the weather, or the actions of others, but we do have complete control over how we react to these situations. This is the basis of the so-called dichotomy of control. In other words, focus on what depends on you. The rest, let go. It seems simple, but this principle changes lives. Because when you stop wasting energy trying to change the uncontrollable, you find freedom. And how can you apply this in practice? Let's imagine a common situation. You are in traffic, stuck in a traffic jam, late for an important appointment. You can get angry, honk your horn, swear. But will that change the traffic? No. Now, if you decide to breathe, accept the situation as it is, and use this time to reflect, listen to something useful, or simply stay calm, you are being Stoic. Another example, someone offends you. A Stoic does not automatically react with anger. He stops, thinks, is this under my control? Does this person's opinion define who I am? And then chooses how to respond, or not respond at all. This is the key. Emotional freedom. You become less of a slave to the external world, more of a master of yourself. And the more you practice, the more natural this becomes. Another powerful principle of Stoicism is memento mori. Remember that you are going to die. It may sound grim, but the Stoics used this reflection not to create fear, but to value life. Knowing that time is limited makes us act with greater urgency and purpose. Each morning could be our last. Each conversation could be our last. So be present. Don't put off what matters. Don't waste time on what doesn't depend on you. This awareness of the end brings us clarity about the now. And when we combine awareness of the moment with mastery of our emotions, we find what the Stoics called eudaimonia, a full life, aligned with reason, virtue, and our true purpose. So if you want to apply Stoicism today, start with 3 steps. First, recognize what is within your control and what is not. Second, train your mind to react wisely, not impulsively. Third, remind yourself every day of the brevity of life and use that as motivation to live better, with more purpose, with more virtue. Stoicism is not a destination, it is a path. And that path begins now, with your choices, with your attention, with the way you deal with each moment of your existence. If this video brought you clarity, share it with someone who needs this philosophy. And in the comments, write, I choose what I can control. Let's put Stoicism into action together, step by step.